football to me is the only sport that teaches you everything in life. You have to understand how to get along with people. You got to understand that you're part of a team. You got to understand that you got to pull your own weight.
What's going on, my brothers and sisters around the world? It's your boy, Terrell Humphrey. Welcome to Phase Knowledge. Here at Phase Knowledge, we empower people to become the best version of themselves each and every day. And how we do that? We lead by example by doing what we love to do. For episode number 33, we got my special guest, Coach Lee. Man, when I tell you this man is a genuine human being, you're not gonna meet nobody else like him because he wants the best for others. And that's why I asked him to come on the podcast because he's a genuine human being. Coach Lee, what's going on?
What's up, boy? Yes. What's up, people? How y'all doing?
Yeah. What are you doing? Where you from?
Well, Robert Lee, Coach Lee for some people, from Chicago, from the West Side. I'm from the Bricks. I played high school football, wrestling, track. Went to college, played football and track. And played semi-pro football out here in California when I moved out here in '92. Who I am a man of faith. I'm a man of honesty. I believe in honesty. I believe in helping everybody that you can. I have a gift that is been given to me by God, and it's my job, it's my duty to continue to give this gift to everybody I meet, whether it's woman, man, whether it's child, teenager. That's my gift, is to help kids. Then I left football because I had a son, which was a blessing, and I got into the training business from my trainer who was training me when I was playing football, and it just kind of just blossomed. And then I started training kids, and I started getting to the science behind it because I understood that although the old school mentality, I guess you could say, would never go away, there's better ways to do training. There's better ways to stay healthy. There's better ways to do what you're doing, not just the same old, push-pull stuff. And so I'm gonna give a little secret out. Just pay attention to this. Just everybody understand this. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as muscle memory. There's no such thing. Think about it. I'm gonna tell you right now. Your muscles have no ability to remember to do anything. It's your brain. So scientifically, in the training world, it's called muscle patterning. How is your muscles pattern being developed? So when you see guys that have bad technique, that's not a muscle memory. It's just their pattern has been developed. So for instance, let's take a car engine. Let's say engine goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pistons, boom. What if it goes 1, 3, 5, 6, 4? There's a misfire in there somewhere, which means, as you know, any mechanic, there's a misfire. I got a piston misfiring. The same thing happens to your brain when you train incorrectly. Your muscle the brain sends a signal to your muscles, but if you do it wrong, you're going to keep doing it over and over. So for some people, they call it muscle memory. No, it's the muscle pattern that's been developed. So what I do is I fix your muscle pattern. How do I do that? I fix your brain. Listen to me.
Dropping gems.
Listen to me. I fix your muscle pattern by fixing your brain. I retrain your brain on how to do a lift correctly. That's my field, that's my knowledge, and that's what I do. So I have clients that are, college, high school, pro guys. Just had a guy get a contract yesterday from Texas. He's at the New England Patriots now. I got guys that are playing in the league. So that's what I do. I literally fix your brain on how to do a lift correctly once I see your muscle pattern. So we come in, we do about an hour, because I push you through a whole bunch of exercises to see how your brain has taught your muscles how to do a certain lift. And when I find out that this lift is wrong, I break that lift down and I correct your lift. And honestly, you just stay healthy. You don't get hurt because now you don't have a misfire in your muscle pattern. Yeah.
And that's incredible. The fact that you say that you train the mind, that's what this platform is all about.
Yeah.
Training the mind, because mentally, you have to learn how to work with yourself.
Yep.
If you're not working with yourself, then
Yep.
it becomes harder to actually know who you are.
Yeah.
You found your purpose, and you're defining your purpose every time you come encounter with somebody.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's powerful, because when I found my why, you said something that was like very important. Our very first conversation, you said, you was like, whatever you do, make sure you love it. Because at the time, I was thinking about coaching football.
Yeah, I remember.
At the time, and you sat down and talked to me, and
Yes.
you gave me like game, and like, if you don't love coaching football, then you're not gonna really enjoy what you're doing.
Yep.
Knowing that applies to life, it applies to
Yep.
everyday life. Just
Yep.
because of if you don't love what you're doing,
Yep.
it's not gonna be fun.
It's not gonna be fun.
You're not gonna,
It's gonna be work. It's gonna be a job.
You're not gonna be your purpose.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
exactly.
be your purpose.
Exactly.
So, who were you before you find yourself?
Oh,
So before
that's an
you
interesting.
leave,
Yeah,
before-
that was an interesting question. Who I am and what I am today is still the same person. I'm an athlete. I am the epitome of what an athlete is. I can pretty much play every sport. I can pick it up, and I can be good at it in a couple of days. But at the same time, I also knew that my gift of athletics had to be refined. It had to be, I had to have a purpose in what I was doing in athletics. I just can't just play 12 sports and say, I'm a 12, I can play all 12 sports. But when it came down to it, football is the sport that I just fell in love with. And I fell in love with it because I love contact. I love hitting people. That was the best feeling. So that transferred into wrestling. I'm like, well, I can wrestle? I can like choke somebody and it be legal? Like, let's do this. But what I didn't know that wrestling was a different movement. So back in high school, we just do, whatever your coach says. So let's just say, when I was in high school, which is 84 to 88, I know I'm dating myself, but it's whatever.
That's just wisdom right there.
Yeah.
That's
So my coaches were probably 40 years old, which that means that they played football probably in 50s, 60s, 70s. So they had an old mentality. So you just deal with, hey, go parking. Okay, I did it, whatever. But what I didn't know is when I went to wrestling, and I ran track too. So when I went to wrestling, I'm not doing those movements. So what happened is that my body actually healed from football. So you're talking to a guy, and this is a blessing, that's never got hurt playing football. I never had a broken bone playing football. I played 4 years of high school with minor stuff, like never broke an arm, never, broke a leg. I had separated shoulder, but I actually played it that side. I was like, I'm playing, like I'm not missing a game, like whatever, I'm playing, and that was fine. But when wrestling came, now the body movement is different. Now the ligaments is different. Now the joints are different. Now the explosion is different. So it actually helped me play better when I got back to football because I understood leverage. And not that I'm a small guy, but being a small guy, you have to understand that I'm playing corner, and if they do a sweep, the first person I'm going to see is a guard. I'm going to see the backside guard. So the backside guard is going to pull. The first person you're going to see is either probably an end or a backer. But the next guy is me playing corner. I'm like, man, this dude is freaking 6'3", 240 pounds. I'm 160 pounds, in high school. But wrestling taught me leverage. So when I understood leverage, those big guys, unfortunately, they met their match. They met their match. They were like, how's this little guy throwing these big guys? Because I understood leverage. And that was from wrestling. Then obviously track, which was just all speed. I ran a 4.3, in high school. So it wasn't like I was some chump. Like I was legit. And I did a long jump. I think I jumped 23.8, so yeah, I was an athlete. And I played ball in the summer because basketball was so much different from every sport. Because now it kind of involved everything: explosion, athleticism, quickness, also thinking, the mental game, how to set up a screen, when to roll, when to pop, when to re-screen, how to throw a pass. So basketball was just my love, and then when I came out here, I got into coaching. I coached football and I coached basketball. And I realized, wow, I actually have a God-given gift because these kids gravitate towards me. So what I realized is that kids want honesty. If you're honest with them, they'll give you everything that they have. If you're not honest with them, if you're not coaching them, if you're not making them better, then they're gonna. Some kids will say, "Oh, my coach didn't like me," or "I wasn't having fun." Now, granted, playing ball is not about having fun. It's, you compete, but when you win and compete, you have fun. But if you don't make it fun for the athlete, then they may have some resentment towards the coach, and then all of a sudden they go, "My coach didn't like me." And it's like, well, I like you, but you just didn't put the work in. Or what I found out, because when I got my teaching credential in special ed, the first thing they said was, you need to understand how kids receive information. Yeah, understand how kids receive information. Just because I tell you to jump doesn't mean you know how to jump.
You gotta walk some steps.
I have to understand how kids, just receive the information. So there's audio, there's physical, and there's verbal. So again, I'm trying to tell this a corner, hey, you gotta jam number one, get your eyes on two, look through two, the quarterback, come off of one. If two doesn't hit, you come off the one. Like, I'm trying to, but I had to realize, like, he don't understand what I'm saying. That sounds like Chinese to some people. Yep. So you have to go out there sometimes physically do it. So I'll have a kid behind me and say, look, this is what you do. I want you to mimic every move that I do. Here's my jam. Here's my look at two, looking through quarterback. I'm moving back. I see it. Then all of a sudden the kid goes, oh, now I see it. So now, okay, that guy is a physical guy. I have to show him how to do it. Okay, cool. Then there's kids where we can go on the board, draw up a play, they got it. Visual. Oh yeah, I get it because I got it. Okay, fine. And then there's guys that are just straight audio. You just have to tell them. But you have to, as they say, speak their language. You can't speak their language, they will never understand you. So those three things from school helped me expand my coaching. So now when I coach or train, one of the first things I do is, how does this person receive information? That's it. That's it. And then from there, I got you. Once I see how you, it's over with. It's over. It's over. Because now everything that I'm telling you is going to make sense.
100%.
Everything,
And it's crazy that you said that, because when I played football in high school, 9th to 10th grade, I was a high repetition guy. My coach Ely told me, he was like, you a high repetition guy. I was like, nah, no, I'm not. Like, I was like, no, I didn't think so. He was like, yes, you are, because you're not getting what I'm trying to tell you. You're not getting what I'm showing you. And the fact that he said that, it opened my eyes up, not that day, but like over time.
Over time, yes.
Because I came to realize I am high repetition. So what I need to do, I need to start learning more. I need to start studying more. I need to start putting myself in situations to where I'm constantly seeing this play over and over and over again. Because 9th grade I played freshman ball, cool. 10th grade I didn't play. I played JV. Okay. But JV was cool, but it was just like a practice squad.
Yeah.
So 11th and 12th grade, it finally kicked in. Because now I understand, like, the more work you put in, the more opportunities you get, the more you can read the plays, the more you can understand, okay, boom, because I played linebacker. 5'7", 180. Yeah. I played bandit.
Okay.
I was slow. So you know how you got to transition out your back. Yeah. I was slow. Every time I did it, they passed me, that fast. I was like 4'7". My 40 is like 47, but the fact that they put me in linebacker, I was able to read and make that play like that, it was a big mind changer. Like, now I can see myself doing this. Yeah. Now I can see, okay, boom, that's how you really play. That's what the quarterback is doing. That's what the quarterback is doing. That's what the line is doing. Yep. It's a lot to understand, and what I came to realize is that the lessons in football apply to life too.
Oh my God, preach it.
Oh,
people don't understand, man. I'm a little biased towards football because I played it my whole life. So when parents ask me about, should my son play football, and I go, yeah. Yep. But what about, don't think about it. I go, football to me is the only sport that teaches you everything in life. You have to understand how to get along with people. You got to understand that you're a part of a team. You got to understand that you got to pull your own weight. And for football, there's 11 guys. So if one guy, or we say one link in that chain is weak, that whole chain is weak. There's nothing you can do about it. So to me, I know I might get some flack, but to me, football is the best sport. And it's physical, so it teaches you, sometimes it's got to be tough. I know that I didn't get this job, and that job is not a physical job, but I got to be tough enough to go, you know what, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing that door down until it falls. I had an old coach that said, keep chopping that tree will eventually fall. So you keep pushing that door, just keep pushing that door will eventually open. And that's all the chance you need. Once your foot is in, as I say, once I'm in, I'll take care of the rest. Hey, what's up, Maverick? This is, what's up, Maverick? 150-pound chocolate lab, which is crazy. Go over there, Maverick. Go. Yeah, he gonna break your kneecaps because he wanna lean up on you. You know. But again, I'm a little biased with football, just because I think football teaches you everything in life, and it teaches you failure. It teaches you how to lose. You know, because obviously failure. The more I fail, the more I learn. Like the more I fail, the more I learn. Then the more I fail, the more I have to understand. Well, how do I not fail? So then you start tinkering with like either your personal life or your job or your speaking or your writing. You start tinkering with how to not fail, and all of a sudden you start learning, oh, this is how I do whatever it is, and so you don't fail at it. But the more you fail, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you get better. The better you are, the more successful you are. The more successful you are, now people have something. They go, he has something that I want. How did you get there? Okay, well, we started here. I failed. Then I failed again. And I failed again. Then I figured out this is not failing. Then I figured out how to write. Then I figured out how to talk. And now I'm here. So now I have something that you want. It's going to cost you some money now. Now you're paying for a service that I actually built myself, if that makes sense. You're paying for my service because I went through all these steps of failing to understand how it is not to fail. But at the same time, as a client, I have to tell all my clients, my job is to make sure you don't fail. So in the first 2 weeks, you're going to fail.
Yeah.
You're going to fail. You're going to fail. But after the second week, I will know how to get you to not fail. And now it becomes fun. And now, as we say, now you get that bug. And I go, oh my God, I want to work out every day now because I can. Yeah, because you understand that I understand this is how you're not going to fail. Yeah, that's
basically just really explain what failure is not.
Yes.
And that's incredible because like my 10th grade I didn't really play that much, but my 11th, 12th grade I played the whole season.
There you go.
12th grade I got injured to my meniscus and my ACL, but 12th grade I was able to be the captain of the football team.
That's dope.
And it was crazy because like I'm coming in every day working no matter what. If you're in the 19th grade, I'm in the 11th, 12th, whatever the case is, I'm treating you with respect. I'm showing you like, boom, this is what you do. Like, hey, slow down. You ain't gotta be fast, motherfucker. Grab him up.
Yep.
Because your speed is not gonna match his speed. So the quicker you get there, the quicker you just take him down.
Yeah.
What T. Jones, he told me, he was like, the reason why I stay cool with you is because like you told me that. He was like, you pulled me to the side. He was like, man, just
awesome.
Just wrap up.
Yeah.
He was like, man, from day one I need you solid. Day one I need you solid. And it is bigger than a team. Well, it's bigger than yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a team
effort. When I came to realize you can't win a game by yourself.
You can't.